Hi guys, I'm Ronni and this is Multicultural Motherhood, the place where I talk about multicultural family life. If you don't know me, I am a homeschool mum of 4 young children aged between 1 and 8 years old, and I live in the southwest of England with my husband, who is a Kurdish man from Turkey. I would love it if you would hit that subscribe button and subscribe to my channel so you could follow along my motherhood and homeschooling journey. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my New Year's resolutions for 2019. Last year was an amazing year for me. It was a little difficult at the beginning because we were just getting used to being a family of 6. My baby Asia was born at the end of 2017, so it took a lot of adjusting, getting used to being a family of 6 as a homeschool family. It was a struggle, I have to admit it, it was a struggle at first, because it is more difficult than you think, homeschooling with a baby and a toddler at home. So it took a while to get used to that. But as the year went on, it became easier and easier, and now we're just into a really nice rhythm and daily routine. Also, last year, one of my highlights was finally starting to get paid for my blogging work. I did it for years actually without earning any money, but now it's really nice. I'm finally started to get recognised by brands and asked to do campaigns with them. Some of my best blogging moments from last year were working with companies such as Sainsbury's and Ella's Kitchen. So getting back to 2019 and my New Year's resolutions, here they are. Number 1 is to read more. I have this issue where I just keep buying and buying books. I love books. I'm such a book lover, but I just keep buying them and I don't read them. It's a really, really big problem. You know, the thing is, when I was in my 20s, I'm now 31, so most of my 20s I was a student at university. I did an undergraduate and then I started a PhD, which I didn't actually finish. So a lot of my 20s was about reading academic material, academic books and scientific journal articles, and not really reading like novels or anything like that. I haven't actually been a student for about 2 years now, but I still haven't got back into that habit of reading for fun. So this year I really want to be reading more novels, and also I have a big backlog of parenting and homeschooling books that I really need to work my way through. I am great at starting books and then not finishing them, so I definitely need to finish some books this year. Something that I was thinking of doing is probably giving myself a challenge this month to read 1 book a week for the whole month. And then by the end of the month, I will have read about 4 books. So if you would like to join me on this challenge, I'll be talking about it over on my Instagram, which is at Multicultural Motherhood. So if you would like to join me on this challenge of reading 1 book a week for the whole month, starting from next week, then come and check out my Instagram account to follow me along there, and hopefully I'm going to get you motivated to read more books this month. Also, last year it was one of my goals to read more as well, so I have actually written a blog post on this and with lots of tips and advice about how to read more. Obviously I need to start following my own advice as well, so I'm going to put a link to that down in the description box if you would like to check that out to help you along your way. Number 2 is become plastic free. Now, a couple of months ago there was a really interesting documentary on the BBC and it was called Drowning in Plastic, and I watched that and I was literally shocked and so upset at all of the damage that we are doing to our world, like all of the animals that are dying, the birds and things like that. Really, it had me close to tears. It was so sad. And I just had absolutely no idea about this. I had no idea the amount of damage that we're doing to our planet. I just didn't know. It's my goal to start using less plastic, eliminating plastic wherever possible. I think it is going to be a challenge because, you know, you just don't realise how much plastic there is in absolutely everything. Even things like tea bags, the bag has plastic in it, so you can't even recycle that. I mean, it's in places that you don't even think it should be. So yeah, I really need to start doing more research about what is in my products that I'm buying and things like that, and I would like to get more plastic free. I would like to use more wooden things, for example, like bamboo toothbrushes. I think that's going to be one of my first changes, maybe bamboo toothbrushes. Drinking straws, I don't really use them anyway, but if I get them, I'll probably get the paper ones. And just little things like that to start off with. I've already swapped my soap. I used to get those soaps in the dispensers that you just push down and the liquid soap comes out, but I already switched that, and I have been using bars of soap for a couple of months now, and they're absolutely brilliant. So I would like to swap more toiletry products. I did try a shampoo bar a couple of months ago as well, but I didn't find it that good for my hair type because my hair is a bit curly, and I just found it made my hair really frizzy and dry. So if anyone's got any shampoo bars or alternatives for curly hair, please do let me know in the comments. I would love to start using more of those kind of products that are free from plastic packaging. Also, as a homeschool mum, I'm educating my kids all the time. I think it's really, really important that we educate our kids about the world and about recycling and reducing our waste. I did explain to my children about how, you know, plastic is affecting our planet, the animals and things like that, and they are really on board with this idea also of getting more plastic free. It's really important that we educate our children to care about the environment because they are the future. We really want to make this change, I think, in the next generation. So I think it's really important to educate your children on these topics and get them to make the changes with you. Number 3 is to cut down on sugar. I have been quite conscious about the bad effects of sugar for some time, but I just found it really, really difficult to cut down on sugar. I mean, I love chocolate, I love biscuits, and you know, once you start looking into it, actually there is sugar in pretty much everything. Like, you don't even realize, like, even savory foods, they contain a lot of sugar. So it is quite difficult to do. I used to do a lot of baking. I haven't so much recently just because I found, you know, with homeschooling and little ones around, I just don't really have that much time. But this year I'm going to make more of a conscious effort to do more baking myself, baking healthier, sugar-free treats. And the kids love to help me baking anyway, so that's not a problem. I just need to get into the habit, I think, of doing it more regularly, because, you know, when you're so busy and tired, you know, I was really, really tired with pregnancies and then having newborn and baby to look after. It was just easier to reach for that easy option that comes in a packet. It was just a lot easier than baking my own. But this year is definitely the year that I'm going to be healthier, less sugar, making all my own stuff. And the other thing is, I am still breastfeeding my 15-month-old, and I need to eat a lot throughout the day because breastfeeding does make me really hungry. So I just need to figure out some more healthier options than, you know, reaching for packets of snacks. Number 4 is minimalism. Now, a couple of years ago, I think it was about 2 years ago, I actually read the book by Marie Kondo, The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up, and I absolutely loved it. I just thought it was a brilliant book. I was so motivated to start decluttering my house, but you know, I only got so far. I remember I decluttered the wardrobe and I got like 2-3 big bin bags of clothes to take to the charity shop, and then I started sorting through the children's toys and things like that, and then it kind of stopped there. So I still have all of these bits and bobs, miscellaneous items in my house that are cluttering up the space, and I just need to declutter them and sort it all out, because, you know, I feel so much better when my house is tidy and, you know, there's less things in it. I think clutter can kind of cause anxiety, to be honest, because I feel much better when my house is less cluttered. So I just need to get on and do it. So this year I'm really trying to declutter everything, not just stop halfway through. I want to go through and do it to the end, and hopefully that is going to change my life, and it's going to improve my mental health and also just make it easier to tidy up after the children. Number 5 is to get fit. Now, I don't need to lose weight, I know that. I'm happy with my weight. I've lost all of my baby weight, and I've gone back to my pre-pregnancy size. The only thing is, I don't feel very fit and healthy. I mean, I struggle to push buggies up the hill and things like that. So I know I definitely need to get fitter. The truth is, I actually haven't done any proper exercise since before my eldest was born, and that was almost 9 years ago now. I never liked the gym, but I did used to do a lot of dancing when I was younger. I mean, I used to go to dance classes about 4 times a week. pre-kids, pre-marriage. I was so active and I used to do everything from ballet, tap, modern to Latin and ballroom, salsa, belly dancing. That was my absolute favourite. And I even taught classes. I used to teach hip hop and I taught belly dancing as well for a bit. So I was really into fitness and dancing. So this year I would absolutely love to get back into belly dancing. I think that's going to be one of my goals. And also I'd really like to start some kind of gentler exercise such as yoga or Pilates. I would love to do that because I think it's going to be really good for like mindfulness and relaxation. So that is one of my main goals for this year. And finally, goal number 6, do something for me. Now, as I said before, my 20s were all about motherhood, pregnancies, looking after babies, looking after kids. And although I absolutely loved it, I absolutely loved that phase of my life, but I feel like now is a new phase of my life. It's a time for me to do something for myself, really. And blogging was a way for me to start doing something for myself. I absolutely love blogging, but you know, being a homeschool mum of 4, it does get a bit difficult to find time for myself in which to write my blog articles and do things on social media and to make these videos. It is quite difficult for me to find that time. So this year I really want to prioritize my blog and YouTube and doing something for me. I also have a couple of other projects that I'm working on at the moment, which I'm so excited about, and they are also going to take some time in order for them to come into fruition. So I am so excited about this year. I'm really looking forward to what's ahead. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and remember to subscribe to my channel for updates on all my latest videos. Do let me know if you have any of the same goals as me. I have had a few people comment already and say that they have exactly the same New Year's resolutions as me. So let me know if you have the same ones, or if you have different ones, let me know down in the comments below. I would love to know what your New Year's resolutions are for this year. Also, don't forget to check out my Instagram account at Multicultural Motherhood because I'm posting there all the time on my stories and on my grid, all the kinds of things we're getting up to on a daily basis. And remember, if you want to join in with my January reading challenge, then check out my Instagram for updates about that. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.